Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will get lost in the pages of Underdogs by Markus Zusak. Underdogs by Markus Zusak, originally written as 3 novels, The Underdog in 1999, Fighting Ruben Wolfe in 2000, and Getting the Girl in 2001, marks the beginning of Zusak's literary career, later celebrated for the book Thief. This combined trilogy follows brothers Cameron and Ruben Wolfe in their journey through family, identity, and love, set against the backdrop of working-class Sydney, Australia. The stories are raw, humorous, and deeply poignant, establishing Zusak's unique voice and narrative style. Plot summary: the Wolfe family lived in the shadows of struggle, their modest house a fortress of resilience against the grinding monotony of working-class Sydney. Cameron Wolfe, the youngest, spent his days wrestling with his inadequacies and wandering through the streets, seeking meaning in a world that often felt indifferent. His older brother, Ruben, was his foil, bold, rebellious, and perpetually on the verge of trouble. The two brothers were inseparable, bound by a shared defiance against the odds stacked against them. Life for the Wolfes was neither glamorous nor easy. Their father, a plumber, worked tirelessly, his rough hands and weary face testament to his sacrifices. Their mother, the quiet strength of the household, kept everything together with a fierce love and a jar of tomato sauce, which seemed to accompany every meal. Sarah, their sister, lived out her romantic dramas on the family's worn-out couch, while Steve, the eldest brother, stood apart, a golden child with a steady job and a football prowess that set him apart from Cameron and Ruben's chaotic existence. One winter evening, Cameron and Ruben, driven by a mixture of boredom and bravado, devised a plan to rob their local dentist. Armed with a cricket bat and a baseball bat, they walked to the dental surgery, their hearts racing more from absurdity than intent. But as they stepped inside, all thoughts of a heist vanished. The receptionist, a beautiful blonde nurse, captured Cameron's attention entirely. In her presence, his clumsy words betrayed his infatuation, and instead of a robbery, the brothers left with scheduled dental checkups. The Wolfe brothers were dreamers, their imaginations their escape from the drudgery of their lives, yet their dreams often collided with the harshness of reality. Ruben, whose bravado masked a vulnerability, found solace in boxing. The brothers joined underground fights for money, their fists a defiant response to their circumstances. Cameron, hesitant at first, found himself drawn into the fray. The fights were brutal, but they offered a sense of purpose, a raw connection to something primal. As they exchanged blows in dimly lit basements, their bond grew stronger, a testament to their unspoken understanding that they were in this together. Amid the sweat and blood of the ring, Ruben's confidence began to falter. Losses mounted, and the weight of their choices pressed heavily on him. Cameron, ever the observer, saw through his brother's facade. He admired Ruben's courage, but understood the toll it was taking. The brothers fought not just for money, but for dignity, for a chance to prove that they were more than the sum of their circumstances. Cameron's life took an unexpected turn when he met Rebecca Conlon. She was unlike anyone he had ever encountered, real, grounded, and kind. Her voice, soft yet assured, resonated with him in ways he couldn't articulate. Rebecca became a beacon in Cameron's life, her presence a contrast to the chaos around him. He fell for her quietly, his feelings expressed through small gestures and unspoken thoughts. She saw something in him that others overlooked, a spark of potential buried beneath his insecurities. As Cameron's affection for Rebecca deepened, Ruben found himself entangled in a relationship that mirrored his tempestuous nature. His connections were fleeting, physical, and often left him feeling hollow. The brothers' contrasting experiences with love highlighted their differences, yet both sought the same thing, a sense of belonging, of being truly seen and understood. The Wolfe family's struggles intensified as financial pressures mounted. Their father's work became more demanding, and their mother's silence grew heavier. The family's resilience was tested, but even in their darkest moments, there was humor and camaraderie. Tomato sauce dinners became a ritual of solidarity, a reminder that they could endure anything as long as they had each other. Sarah's romantic entanglements provided a subplot of tension and humor, her fiery personality clashing with her boyfriend's aloofness. Steve, ever the golden child, faced his own challenges. An injury sidelined his football career, forcing him to confront a life beyond the sport that had defined him. Even the perfect son was not immune to life's curveballs, a reality that brought him closer to his siblings, however grudgingly. Cameron's journey of self-discovery reached a pivotal moment when Rebecca drifted away. Her departure left a void, but it also propelled him to reflect on his own worth. The boy who once saw himself as an underdog began to recognize his potential. He poured his thoughts into writing, finding a voice that had long been stifled. Through words, he explored his dreams, fears, and hopes, crafting a narrative of resilience and redemption. Ruben, too, found a new path. The fights, once a source of pride and pain, became a symbol of his recklessness. He stepped away from the ring, choosing instead to channel his energy into something constructive. The brothers, once defined by their scrapes and scuffles, began to envision lives beyond the confines of their upbringing. As winter gave way to spring, the Wolfe family found themselves on firmer ground. The bonds that had been tested were stronger for it. Cameron, Ruben, Sarah, Steve, and their parents embraced their imperfections, their struggles, and their triumphs. Life was far from perfect, but it was theirs, and they faced it together. Cameron stood on the brink of adulthood, no longer just the quiet dreamer, but someone ready to step into the world with purpose. The Wolfe family, bruised but unbroken, looked forward to what lay ahead, knowing that their shared history would always anchor them. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want more, explore other amazing works by Markus Zusak. You know where to find them? Check the description or Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Markus Zusak's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.